I'm so glad you're here with me today. I'm going to be trying one of these flowering teas, as well as I'm going to be trying out a new herbal tea that I've never tried, and it's pretty fancy. So stick around. One of these days, I'm going to get really good at doing those intros, but for now, I kind of suck. Whew. So I'll get right to opening up this flowering tea. And I ordered the whole thing, but I ordered this Tea Bloom Timeless Moments. This little fragile looking teapot can also go right on the flame, which is crazy. Anyway, so it's a teapot / tea kettle. And it comes with these little glasses. It comes with these teas right here. Now inside, we have these beautiful little packets that have the flower in them. And there's all different configurations and designs for the flowers. Now, apparently what they do, once the leaves are picked fresh, the artisans sew them together in these beautiful configurations along with different edible flowers and different herbal tea flavors, like, I don't know, maybe a chrysanthemum or something like that. And they weave it together, and then I guess they dry it and scrunch it up. And I'd love to know more about how they do that, but that's really exciting. Ooh, we've got two. Which one? We have Sunset Love, Heart Bouquet. I think we're going to try for Heart Bouquet. They really packed a lot in there. Now I'll boil my water. I'll open this up. This week, I've learned so much about tea. I've been following this guy on the Mayleaf channel. I'll put the link in the description below. He says he's not a tea snob, but he's just a tea expert. So he's extremely knowledgeable about tea. So I've been learning so much. And I've learned that I'm probably very, very far from a tea snob at this stage in my journey, learning about tea, but who knows? I'll probably be interested in all kinds, whether they're fine teas or not. We'll see. So it comes with this beautiful filter right here, but I'm going to take that out because you want this to open up fully. That means you have to put it fully in the teapot. I'm a little skeptical because the main tea included in this is actual green tea. And like I've said before, if you steep green tea for too long, it will get bitter and too astringent to really enjoy. Whereas in order to get this tea bloom to really fully open up, you need to give it about 5 to 10 minutes with boiling water. Today, I'm just going to follow the instructions just how they say to do them. But going forward, if I do these again, I will do some experimenting to see if a lower temperature works and if less time, we'll see. So I'm going to drop this right in here. Apparently my hand fits in just fine. That's good. And I've got my boiling water. So we're going to just pour that over. And let's see what happens. Oh, this is cool. See? Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh, but I need more water. I didn't do enough. I'll be right back. There we are. I have some more tea boiling here. It's like putting toast in the toaster. I have some more water boiling here, starting to boil. Be more specific, Jamie. I already have a hard time finishing my own sentences, but I want to be able to be good at finishing sentences for you for this YouTube show. I don't think it needs to be totally boiling for me to top this off. So I'm just gonna, ooh, they're just floating around. Okay. This is so cool. I want to put a fish in there. It has a very vegetal smell to it. It's grassy and floral. All right, to be honest, it says that it has jasmine flavor in it, which makes me a little skeptical. Jasmine tea should just be processed with the tea leaves right along with the flowers. So I don't know why you'd have to add jasmine flavor, but I think when sewing these together and creating these blooms, maybe there's something where they can't really process it quite the same way. So anyway, it's beautiful and it's quite the showstopper. I will say this, I have had a flowering tea one time presented. I was at the Grand America in Salt Lake City. We were at an afternoon tea party. It was breakfast with Santa, or I don't know, brunch with Santa, afternoon tea with Santa. That's what it was. Maybe. It was beautiful. And they had a flowering tea right in the center, but they served us different teas because this one was maybe even more for show than actually for flavor. I'm going to pour this. Look at how beautiful. That is a really good pour. Ooh, it's so pretty. I'm going to hold it up against a white background. It's very subtle. It's very pretty. I don't really smell a jasmine smell, not like in my other green jasmine teas that I have, but I'm going to let that cool for a second before I actually taste it. Either way, it's absolutely stunning. Let me hold it back here. I'm going to top it off with more water so you can see it. Okay. Oh, it's going belly up. They're weighted. They are really cool. So even when you're pouring the water on and it's kind of swimming around and you don't know what's going to happen, it will find its center, which is really cool. Kind of smells like a salad in there. Still really hot. That tastes really nice. Once again, very vegetal. It tastes like, I don't know that it would be something I would sweeten actually. It's a more savory flavor. And I think the jasmine flavoring is totally unnecessary. But I think people think that they want that. That's another thing that the May leaf guy was saying is that, you know, companies will scent the tea in some way so that if you smell it, you think, oh, that smells really nice. But unless it's an herbal tea, tea really shouldn't smell like much at all, or it shouldn't wow you. Like a tea should just smell like, oh, it smells like tea. Great. And then you brew it and then you taste it and then you can tell whether it's a good tea or not. I'm going to take another taste before, you know, the last one burnt my tongue. So yeah, once the scent goes away, it's actually quite nice and lovely. And I don't think that brewing it this long has harmed it in any way. They also say that you can brew these 2 to 3 times. So I can pull it out and then let it dry out and then redo it. It won't have the same effect of going from the ball to the spectacle, but it's still really pretty. But I'm going to empty this out because now I actually need this pot to do my herbal tea. Are you excited to know what it is? Here we go, little guys. They look like sad, soaked, wet flowers. So are you ready to try this mysterious herbal tea that I've been talking about? It's the blue butterfly pea flower. If you're like half the influencers out there who do anything with tea, you probably know what this is already. It's that blue tea that turns purple when you add lemon juice to it. I've never tried it myself. I got this from a local tea company. We're going to see how good it is. Once again, I will smell it though, especially the herbal teas. When we smell it, it does make a difference. This one smells almost like caramel or molasses. It smells very sweet. I'm going to take my little infuser that came with this. This, by the way, also came with a tea warmer and a tea light and then a little trivet that goes over it. It's a really great value and bargain, and I would recommend it 100 times over, even if you're not going to be loving the tea blooms. It's a pretty great set. It's so beautiful. And when I got it, it was completely hammered in. You see that? Not one little scratch on the glass. I'm going to start this off. I'm probably going to add, I'm going to be generous, sliding that in. I'll get my water boiling because it does say to do full boiling water over the blue butterfly pea flower to get it to turn blue. It also said to use filtered water or spring water. It's almost boiling and it's so fast. These are like a genius invention, the electric tea kettle. I'm going to pour that in. We're going to see. Ooh, it does look blue. Oh my gosh. Do you see that? Ooh, that's so cool. It's happening. Wait, all right. In my monitor, it looks purple. Right here in front of me, it looks blue. This is really, 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 really beautiful. Oh my gosh. And wow, they're not kidding when they say to be careful when you're using a tea infuser inside something. So the smaller your tea infuser is, the less the tea can get friendly with the water and swirl around and kind of be free and open, which is what's going to spread the flavor around and spread the tea around. And if it's compact, like those little tea balls that you can get, they're not really helpful at all, because if you put loose leaf tea in one of those little balls, it just can't expand enough to really give you the full flavor of your tea. So when you do an infusion with your tea and you use one of these infusers, it's fine, but I mean, it's still not able to really circulate very well. This is so dark. It's very blue, but it is a little bit purple as well. I probably should have worn a white shirt so that you could see it better. It's pretty dark. It's like midnight. I'm going to pour it in my cup. Ooh, yeah, it's sort of this indigo blue. I wish the camera was picking up something else. White balance is a tricky thing. I was going to say the B word. First, I'm going to try it like this, and then in a second, we'll add the lemon juice to see how it magically changes color. Now, as far as the smell goes, it's a very light smell. I know I'm going to burn myself pretty hardcore on that, so I'm going to wait just a sec. Ooh, I know. Put it in one of these other little cups, and we'll see if maybe it cools down a little bit faster. Oh, it's so pretty. I think maybe I didn't need as many pea flowers, because it seems like the higher the concentration, the more purple it is. And just so you know, we're starting out talking about tea on this channel, but there will also be, I'll also be talking about other things like creativity and how to get into the flow state, because these are things that are really interesting to me. And the way they relate to tea is when you take time for yourself, when you sort of find your center, when you are present and in the now, that's the time when creativity and your muse or your inspiration, that's when they come to visit. It's usually not when you're super stressed out or doing something when you're in high beta. Whatever it is that's in your life that's causing you to worry, if you keep playing those tapes, your inspiration is going to have a hard time finding the way into your brain to let you know what to write next or what to create next. What I love about tea is that it gives us the chance to really slow down, be present, be in the moment, and then allow those things, the inspiration, come in. Then it can help in all the other aspects of your life, because then you remember, oh, maybe I could be more present. You know, meditation is a practice, but I think also having a tea ritual, that's a practice as well. It's something that you do. The help and the benefit actually stays with you throughout the day. It's not just like the benefit is only for that 10 minutes. So we're going to be talking a little bit about those sorts of things, not just tea. And we're also going to be baking things. If you want me to bake something on this channel, I used to be a food blogger. I think I mentioned that. But if you want me to bake something specific, let me know in the comments. I will be baking things that can be served with tea. So we will try to keep it narrowed down on this channel, not going all over the place. I think it's time that I tried this now. It doesn't have a very strong flavor. I will say that. I would say that it's a little bit floral. I think we're ready to add some lemon juice to see what happens. I don't know if you'll see it, but I'm going to see it. And all those people on the internet seem to be able to show it on a camera. I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon juice. Oh, now that is a big difference. Isn't that pretty? Look at, oh, and wow. And if you see the two, that is a big difference. Gorgeous. This is with the lemon juice and this is without. This is so cool. The girl at the store, she was so cute. She's like, yeah, just add lemonade because then you'll have sugar in it already. So next time I will add sugar and see what happens. I expect it will be the exact same color, but it will be a little bit sweeter and won't just taste like lemon water. Thank you so much for watching. We did our blooming flower, which was a spectacle and gorgeous. And then we did our blue our blue butterfly pea flower, both plain and with lemon juice. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.